me better when I wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video should be a very quick one. It's just a little update. I feel like it's been a year now that I've been taking you along with all of the news surrounding Pat McGrath and her company. There is a latest update, so I wanted to come give it to you guys. You see the title, let's talk about it. But before I do, I must say, I think it's very interesting that with the last update that she was filing for bankruptcy, everybody and their mama decided that it was their time to tell everyone how they feel about it. There were videos, tweets, carousel posts, everything that she did wrong, everything that was a problem, all the reasons she deserved what was happening to her. But where is that same energy with this latest update that actually, at least for right now, Pat McGrath Labs is not going anywhere? Do y'all have any thoughts you want to get off on that? You don't feel some, right? Especially because everyone wanted to make it about black business back. But you don't have anything that you want to say about a black business securing funding so that they don't have to go out of business? And right, if all of the criticism that y'all gave was genuine and you were coming from that place because you were trying to help with everything that she did wrong and where she could have gone right, like why wouldn't you be talking about it now and giving all of that advice on what she could do to make you a customer? Okay. And I said like years long because it feels like I've been doing these updates for at least a year-ish now, right? There was the article that had come out sometime last year saying that, you know, the brand is falling off because she doesn't act like other brand owners like Charlotte Tilbury or Makeup by Mario and like putting her face out there so that, you know, she has more connection with customers. Then there was the, you know, she was selling her assets. And then the assets sale was put on hold because she had filed for bankruptcy. Well, this latest update, and let me tell you something, there is someone at Allure, they do not play about Pat McGrath, like at all. When everyone was giving their think pieces, they had come out and put a post out saying, Pat McGrath does not owe you affordability, relatability. All of that, she doesn't owe you that because y'all don't demand it from other, but anyway. So Allure, and I didn't check to see who had wrote that other article, but they put out another article saying Pat McGrath is not going anywhere after securing new funding for her brand. News of the $30 million investment also included updates on the future of Pat McGrath Labs and its legendary founder. There's been a new development surrounding the future of Pat McGrath Labs. A little over 3 weeks after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, it was announced that the brand secured a $30 million investment from US-based financial firm GDA Luma after being approved by a Miami-based bankruptcy court. The funding marks the beginning of a new phase of strong stewardship and long-term growth, according to a press release released by GDA Luma. The transaction injects $10 million debtor in possession financing into the brand, which will allow the company to continue operating, reorganize, and pay off debts. It also commits $20 million in post-emergence working capital to ensure it has enough cash flow to operate smoothly. As part of the deal, GDA Luma, which focuses on special situations investment and restructuring, according to its website, will continue to hold a controlling interest in the company upon exit. Founder Pat McGrath will transition from chief executive to chief creative officer, retaining a significant stake in the brand and thus preserving the artistic leadership and creative DNA that defines the brand, GDA Luma said via press release. Together, Pat McGrath Labs and GDA Luma are committed to a future defined by uncompromising quality, desirability, and relentless innovation, reinforcing the brand not only as a trendsetter, but as a house that defines the direction of beauty itself. GDA Luma said in a press release. We get it. They're saying this from the press release, but I know that's how it needs to be written. The company looks forward to an exciting pipeline of product launches beginning in the first quarter of 2026, driving renewed creative energy and commercial momentum across categories. I wanted to point out, Chapter 11 bankruptcy is often used by businesses to help them reorganize, restructure, and get a handle on finances. And that is why I had said in that video, like, look into the different bankruptcies, because people hear bankruptcy and they just think, okay, you're broke. There's nowhere to go from there. You just have to like start your life all over. And like, again, there's a difference between like people filing for bankruptcy, companies filing for bankruptcy. Revlon did so in 2022 and has since emerged. In 2024, Avon filed Chapter 11 to settle talc-based lawsuits, though the filing did not impact the United States branch of the business. Former brand's parent company of Morphe and Rem Beauty filed for Chapter 11 in 2023 and exited a few months later when Rem founder Ariana Grande acquired the brand for around $15 million. And I told you, like, whoever this is at Allure is not playing with y'all when it comes to Pat McGrath, because they're pointing that out for a reason. I also mentioned in that video that, you know, did I think, and when people message me on Instagram, stuff like that in general, like, oh, is this the end of Pat McGrath? Baby, Victoria's Secret been filing for bankruptcy since Victoria actually remembered what that secret was. Forever 21, yes, even though we do know the outcome of Forever 21, but before that, they had filed for bankruptcies several times beforehand. And we know like lots of people who have filed for bankruptcy, and especially when it's like business related, for companies and whatnot, you know, there's a lot of like we already know there's a lot of loopholes when it comes to people with the money on what they can do to try to keep their money, make more money, all that good stuff. And it's interesting that, you know, they mentioned Morphe in that video, and Morphe fell for bankruptcy. If you guys remember, I did a video when it had been announced that like Morphe was closing stores and they were having issues and all that. The other day, I saw an article that said what the top brands are right now based off of, I guess, sales and search throughout the internet and whatnot. And you know, Morphe was like one of the top 5 brands. I think, and mind you, I looked at the top 5 brands, and I promise you, like, if you were to start guessing in the comments what are considered the top makeup or beauty brands right now, you're not guessing any of them in the top 5, because would you have guessed that Morphe would be considered? And I think about it, I am seeing more Morphe content lately and stuff like that. So it's like, yes, you can file for bankruptcy, but that doesn't mean it's the end of your company. So I absolutely love that for Pat McGrath. And you know, for all of the hot takes that her company was just expensive eyeshadow palettes, this is your chance to go ahead and introduce yourself to all of the other things that she has to offer. I done told y'all about that blush, that Pat McGrath blush, the powder blush. That pink is a very flattering color on deeper complexions. Her blurring powder, her concealer, I almost dropped my phone, the foundation, those are the lip glosses. Those are products that, you know, people who actually do know about her brand, those are very loved by her. So I'm intrigued to see where it goes from here. They said Revlon, which mind you, I do remember Revlon having like a little peak moment, especially when they started partnering with Megan Thee Stallion, where there was, you know, buzz about them. Haven't heard that much about them ever since then, but they filed. They're still around. They launched things. So I'm excited to see where this goes for Pat. They said they'll be dropping new products earlier 2026. Definitely keep my eyes out on whatever it is they're coming out with. Now, some of the things, if anyone from the brand ever comes across this video, some of the things that I did see people critiquing that I do think were valid is that I guess there's a customer service issue with Pat McGrath. I think that's another reason that I don't be shopping from brands' direct websites. I know, like, if I buy it from Ulta or Sephora, I can go in store or talk to someone, and like for the most part, Sephora or Ulta or stuff like that, they're going to fix whatever the issue is. But apparently, like, I guess if you buy directly from Pat's website and there's an issue with your order, and you try to contact them through customer service or contact them through Instagram, like, you're not getting a response. So if anyone's listening, fix that, because I don't like that. And I did see people saying that like there had been a quality issue with her products after her brand was acquired the first time. I didn't see that, but again, and yeah, that is it for this video. Just a quick little update on what is going on with Pat McGrath. We are in the clear for now. I know there were a lot of people that were upset by that news, even though, surprised me, I didn't expect to see all the people coming out with all of these feelings towards Pat. But the people who were upset by that news was definitely more than the people who were low-key celebrating. So that was a little update. Let me know your thoughts down below, where you think the brand goes from here. Also, let me know like if you knew about those brands that had filed bankruptcy, and if you're surprised where those brands are today after filing. Let me know all of that down below. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.